All right, welcome back to Math with Mr. Strands. This is going to be lesson 15B of pre-algebra. We're actually going to go over 15B and 15C in this video. All right, so finding the surface area. If we look at number 1, okay, we need to find the area of each surface. All right, so if we look at this front square right here, the base is 5. If the height back here is 4, that means this has to be 4. So we know that this has an area of 20, which also means the back side, which we can't see, also has an area of 20. Okay, so I'm going to put 40 right there because we know 20 and 20 is 40. If we do the side here, we got 6 is the base, 4 is the height, which gives us 24. Back here, you're also going to have 24, which is 48. So I'm going to write a 48 here. Okay, then we just need to do the top and the bottom. So this length right here has to be 5 if the bottom is 5. And this length here has to be 6 if that's 6, which is 30. And there's a top and a bottom. So 30 and 30 is 60. If we add this together, we get 148 feet squared. Okay, number 2. All right, so these are all 7s. So this one's pretty easy. Each one is going to have a face of 49, right? And if we're talking about a cube, how many sides do we have? We have 1, 2, there's going to be 3 on the back side, 4 on that side, 5 on the top, and 6. So we just got to take 49 times 6, right? 9 times 6 is 54. That's 24, 29, and there is no inches or feet on this one, so 29 units squared. Okay, so number 2, 294, I'm sorry, 294 units squared. Okay, number 3. Okay, so looking at number 3, we're going to do the front, the face first. So we have 8 is the width. The height is going to be 3, so that means 24 here, 24 on the back side as well, which is 48. Okay, if we do the side, 3 and 10, that's 30, which on the other side's 30, so that's 60. And if we do the top, that's 10, and this has to be 8, so 10 and 8 is going to be 80, which is 160 if we take 2 of them. Add these together, 16, you get 268 inches squared. Okay, number 4. I'm going to do the front of the box, which is 2 width, 5 high, which that means 10. There's 2 of them, so that means that there's 20. Okay, if we do the side, the big side here, we got 7 and 5, which is 35. 2 of those is going to be 70. And then the top, you got 7 is the length here, 2. So you know that's going to be 14. 14 and 14 is 28. 8, 9. So 9 and 2 is 11. So 118 yards squared. Okay, number 5. It's on the next page here. Now we're talking about pyramids. Okay, so for number 5, I'm just going to do this front triangle first. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Okay, so we know that the area of this triangle is 20. There's 4 sides on a pyramid, so it's going to be 80. And I just have to add the base here. So this base, imagine this base, right, is a square. 5 times 5 is 25. Add those together, you get 105 units squared. Okay, so number 5 should have been 105 units squared. Number 6, the front triangle is 5 times 4. 20 divided by 2 is 10. You know there's 4 of them, 4 sides. And then again, I just need to take my base, which is 4 and 4, and 16. So 56 inches squared. Okay, number 17, find the surface area of the sides of the house. Add the areas of the 4 rectangular sides and of the 2 triangular sections. So find the surface area of the sides of the house. All right, so to do this, right, we need to find, first we're going to find the sides of the house, the rectangles. Okay, so this rectangle, so if we do 30 and 10 right here, right, that's going to be 300. We know that there's 2 sides to the house, so that's going to be 600. Okay, it says add the areas of the 4 rectangular sides, so I guess they want us to do the front too, although the problem says find the surface area of the sides of the house. I'm taking it though they want us to find the front of the house too. We should have made that a little bit more clear, but that's okay. So if we do the front of the house right here, 24 times the height of 10 is 240. Okay, and there's a front and back. So 240 times 2. So if we do 240 times 2, okay, that's going to be 480. So we got 480. Okay, and I'm guessing they just want us to do the whole thing. So if we take the slanted part of the roof, 30 times 20, which is 600, there's going to be another side, so that's 1200. And then the triangle. Okay, so the triangle, the base is 24, the height is 16, so I'm going to do 24 times 16. 6 times 4 is 24. That's 12, 14, 4, 2, it's 4, 8, 384. I need to divide that by 2 for a triangle. So 384 divided by 2. 192 is going to be my area of the triangle, and there's 2 of them. Okay, so 192 times 2, 384. So now if I add all these together, I get 4, 16, it's 10, 15, 16, 2,664. Okay, so that's the area of the whole thing. Again, I am not sure what this question is asking. It did not make it very clear. It says find the surface area of the sides of the house. All right, so if we're just doing the sides of the house, I'm going to erase all this here for a second, just this part right here. Okay, if we're just doing the sides of the house, we got 600 for the right and left side, and the front would be 240 and 240, which is 480. So if they're counting that as just the sides, it's going to be 1080. Okay, so 1080 for the sides, and I guess they're talking about the rectangle or the triangles too. All right, so if you just did the triangles, okay, it was 384. So 384 just for the triangles. Okay, again, I give that question a D+, because that was not a very clear question, but nonetheless, moving on. Number 8, a square of vinyl siding is also 10 by 10 feet or 100 square feet. Using your answer from number 7 to tell how many squares of siding you would need to buy to cover the sides of the house. Okay, so again, the side was just 1080. Right, so the sides of the house, 1080. You can divide that by 100, okay, square feet, which means you need 108 pieces. Okay, so you would need 108 pieces. All right. Again, if they're asking for the sides of the house and the triangle, well, then you would do 1080 and your 384. Okay, if you add these together, yeah, 1464. And if you do 1464, divided by 100, you're going to get approximately 14.64, which means you would need 15 pieces. Again, I'm not sure which answer they're looking for because I did not know what they meant by sides of the house. So if that were my students, I would make those questions a lot more clear. But again, I digress. All right, so that is 15B. Let's move on. We're going to do 15C as well, as I said. Okay, so number 1, find the surface area. Okay, so if I take the front, it's going to be 4. The height is 3. That means that's 12. There's 2 12s, so that means that there's 24. If I take the side, this is 18. There's 2 18s, which means that is 36. And if I take the top, that's 6 by 4, which is 24. That means that there is 48. Add these together, you get 18. That's 6 and 4 is 10, so 108 feet squared. Okay, number 2, you got all 9s. 9 times 9 is 81, so we have 6 sides in a cube. 81 times 6, 486 units squared. Okay, number 13. Number 3, it's been a long day. Number 3, okay, again, you got the base of 8, the height of 4, which means this has to be 32. There's 2 of them, 64, okay? The side, you got 12 and 4, which is 48. Okay, you got 2 48s. Okay, so 48 times 2, 96. So you got 96. All right, and you got the top, which is 8 by 12. Okay, 8 by 12 is going to be 96. All right, 96 times 2. Right, so if you do 96 times 2, it's 18, 192. Add these together, you get 12. 9 and 9 is 18. 18 and 6 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. 352 inches squared. Okay. So for number 3, you should have had 352 inches squared. Okay, number 4. If we do the front, 7 times 10, that's 70. There's 2 of them. So 140. The side here, this is going to be 200, and there's 2 of those. So 400. And then the top, you got 7 by 20, which is 140. 140 and 140 is 280. Add them together. 12, that's 5, 6, 820 feet squared. Moving right along, number 5, back to the pyramids. Okay, so you got the side pyramid first. 9 times 7 is 63. Okay, if I take 63 and I have to divide that by 2, okay, that goes in 1 time. 31.5, right? There's 4 sides to a pyramid, so 31.5 times 4 is 26. 1 decimal place, so 126, and then I just got to do the base. So 126 plus 7 times 7, which is 49. Add those together, 6, 7, 175 units squared for number 5. Okay, number 6, having fun yet? Here we go, number 6. 12 times 10 is 120, divided by 2, of course, which would be 60. Okay, 60 times 4, 240, and then you just got to add the base. 10 times 10 is 100. You get a whopping 340 inches squared. Okay. 13, or number 7. Why do I keep saying 13? I guess I love the number 13 tonight. Number 7. Oh, it's one of these again. You decide to paint the house instead of putting on vinyl siding. Great. The paint will cover 400 square feet per gallon. Use your answer from number 7 on page 15B to decide how many gallons of paint you will need to buy for one coat. Remember that you cannot buy part of a can of paint. Actually, yeah, you can. You can buy quarts of paint. Whew. Matthew C., these problems. Come on. You can definitely buy part of paint. Oh, man. Okay. Obviously, they don't shop at Sherwin-Williams. So for number 7, all right, so we got to go back to 15B. All right, so turn your page back. All right, if we go back to 15B, all right, 1464 was the area, remember? If they're talking about the entire area, right? 1464, I need to divide that by my 400 square feet. Okay, if I divide that by my 400 square feet, I get about 3.66 gallons. So it's approximately 3.66 gallons. All right, so you need 4 gallons then. So you would need to buy 4 gallons. Okay, number 8. I think that's all they were asking for number 7. Yep. All right, number 8. You choose to paint 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of finish paint. How many gallons will you need in all? If paint costs $25 per gallon, how much will the job cost in all? All right, so you choose just to paint 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of paint. All right, so if we have our 4 gallons, okay, and let's read this again. You choose to paint 1 coat of primer and 2 coats. Okay, so 3 gallons altogether. 3 gallons. All right, how many gallons will you need in all if paint costs $25? All right, so if the student used the unrounded answer, okay, from the previous, so let's go back from the previous problem. If we have 3.66, okay, let's take the exact number. So 3.66. All right, so if we have 3.66 gallons and you multiply that by your primer and 2 coats, okay, that'll be approximately 12 gallons, right? Approximately 12 gallons, a little bit less. All right, so it would result in, so let's just say 11 gallons. All right, so if we do 11 gallons, we'll actually go a little bit less. 11 gallons times $25. All right, we're gonna have 5, 5, 2, 2, 5, 7, cost approximately $275. Okay. I would highly recommend just hiring a painter so you don't have to figure out all this. Let them worry about painting your house. All right, so that is 15B, 15C. Thanks for hanging on for that long. Hope you had fun. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next time.